Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We're back with your best bets for Monday Night Football between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears on Monday, September 8, 2025. NFL player props, spreads, totals, predictions. As always, 3 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweet.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cat made now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's have a great day here on Monday Night Football and make some loot together. Let's get a 3-0 sweep, guys. That is the plan for this. I don't have any results for you as of yet. I'm going to do a full results recap from week 1 on Thursday in our Thursday Night Football video, which will go live on Wednesday night. Just because we're recording this a little bit early, obviously. So, like I said, we'll do a full recap for our Thursday night video. So we don't have results as of yet, as far as from anything from Sunday. So, just bear that in mind. We will also be running a live stream for this game beginning at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. If you guys are interested in that, I'll be having game audio and just hanging out with you guys as a community and watching the game together and stuff like that. And answering any questions, just hanging with you guys. Those of you that have been in our live streams, you guys have been asking for them, so we are going to start running those again. Got to make the people happy. And also, I'm excited to get back to doing it. Honestly, it is fun doing live streams. It does involve a decent bit of work, but we're going to get that done, and we'll start that up, like I said, tomorrow night. Couple other things here at the channel. If you guys are interested in any links here at the channel, membership, merchandise, social media links, it's all down below in the pinned comment description. Just keep that in mind. Outside of that, guys, what do you guys say we make some money today? Let's get after it and get a sweep here in the NFL on Monday Night Football for this very exciting Vikings-Bears game, guys. I'm excited for it. Let's get right into our picks. And number 1, we're going with Chicago Bears money line here versus the Minnesota Vikings. Plus 102 odds on DraftKings. That's our game pick for this one. I really like this. I think the Bears come out with the home energy, new head coach Ben Johnson. If you guys don't know, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and I'm a big Ben Johnson believer. The dude was a big reason why the culture in Detroit changed. It wasn't just Dan Campbell. I love Dan Campbell, but Ben Johnson was obviously a very big part of that. His boldness and his play calling on 4th down and the things that he just did, very creative offensive play caller. He's going to put the Bears, I think, in good position here. He's going to put Caleb Williams in very good, advantageous positions. And they also added some, talent that I like. They added Colston Loveland, the tight end from Michigan, who's, I think, the right type of piece. He's different from Sam Laporta was in Detroit, but I think they're going to find ways to use him. I think he's going to be a very nice fit in that offense, and for Caleb Williams in particular. So I'm expecting big things from the Bears. I really am. I'm expecting them, really to take a leap up here and challenge for at least the playoff spot this season. Definitely expecting that. And then you got J.J. McCarthy for the Minnesota Vikings, who's yet to get a real NFL game under his belt. So I'm going to put him to the test here. You're putting him on the road on Monday Night Football in the division in his first game. That's going to be tough. Just saying, if you haven't had any NFL experience before that, that is going to be tough for him to deal with. Obviously, the intensity turns up for a divisional game. The intensity is going to obviously turn up even more because he's playing a divisional opponent on Monday Night Football. There's so many reasons why McCarthy, I think, might have trouble with the speed of the game in his first start. Caleb Williams, obviously a young guy as well, but he's had enough experience now where I think he'll be able to deal with it a little bit better than McCarthy can. I'm expecting Williams to be able to handle this pressure better, and he's playing at home. I mean, it's obviously a big deal. And the Vikings also without Harrison Smith, their starting safety for this one as well, which, that's a big loss. He's obviously a very good safety there. So, big improvements with the Bears, guys. I think it's going to pay dividends. Ben Johnson is really going to, I think, take Caleb Williams up a notch in his level of play and put him in great situations and utilize his running backs and tight ends very well, which he did in Detroit, which sets everything else up. The usage that obviously he had with Gibbs and Montgomery was there. You guys saw what they did with the running backs. And then with the tight end and Laporta. Obviously the receivers were involved. Everybody was involved in that Lions offense. And I expect that to be more of the case here in Chicago as well. This is why I think Loveland's going to be such a nice piece, because they kind of have that tight end now that I think is going to really make a difference. And we saw some flashes of it there in the preseason. So expecting the Bears come out strong. I think they get this done on Monday night. And for plus value, give me the home team here, guys. Love it there for number 1 pick. We got Chicago Bears money line here versus Minnesota Vikings. Plus 102 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, we're going Jordan Mason. Over 39.5 rush yards here for the Minnesota Vikings. We're going minus 110 odds on DraftKings. Now, I do think the Vikings lose the game. However, I think they can have a little bit of success here running the ball, particularly with Jordan Mason. Obviously, he's a bigger, more physical back, which is obviously a nice addition here for the Vikings, who they picked up in the offseason to go with Aaron Jones. But I think it's going to be obviously handling more of the third down work. He'll still play in the early downs as well. I mean, you can't just tell Aaron Jones he's just going to play on third down, and that ain't going to work. But Mason's going to get a lot of carries, too. Obviously, he's going to get a lot of the first and second down carries. And I think that'll be very good for this Vikings offense. And also settling J.J. McCarthy in a little bit. While I think McCarthy's going to struggle, they're going to have to run the ball with Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones. And I think Mason's in a great spot. His line is lower, and I think he's more apt to get more of the actual carries, to be honest with you. Particularly the first and second down work. Expect that. This dude averaged over 5 yards per carry last season, breakout season with the Niners. Obviously, he went over in 8 of 12 games last year, 4-6 on the road. And the Bears weren't particularly good versus the run last year. They were 31st versus running backs last season. They did pick up Grady Jarrett from Atlanta, but that dude's got 10-plus years on him, and there's a reason Atlanta let him go. Respectfully. Grady Jarrett's not a bad player at all. But, for what it looks like with him, he's going to be more of like a rotational player. I don't think he's going to be, like I said, he's older. I just don't see him making the huge difference in the run game for the Bears as far as saving this run defense. They may be better, but I think Mason's going to be able to have success here running the football here. And particularly, you got to settle that young quarterback. Expect Mason to get some carries here for sure. I think this is a great spot here for him. So, love it there for number 2 pick, guys. We're going Jordan Mason over 39.5 rush yards here for the Minnesota Vikings. Minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. And finally, at number 3, guys, I talked about him in our number 1 pick. We're going Colston Loveland. Over 28.5 receiving yards here for the Chicago Bears. Minus 114 odds on FanDuel. So I'm really looking at this from the lines that we're used to seeing on like a Sam Laporta, because this is a Ben Johnson offense now. And the way they use their tight ends. Laporta's lines were always in the mid to upper 40s for receiving yards. Honestly, I'm not sure they should be high for game number 1, but I think they should be like 38, 39.5 on Loveland. I really do. I think his usage is going to be moderately high here, and I think he's going to generate good matchups here versus the linebackers. If you guys didn't know, Loveland stands 6'6" tall, and he's fast. For a big guy, he's pretty quick. If you guys got to see him in the preseason, didn't get a ton of volume, but he had 4 catches for 38 yards on 5 targets. So, of the 5 targets, he caught 4 passes and pretty good yardage there. So basically, what do we need here? We likely need at least 3 catches, maybe 4. So I definitely think he can get 3 here. It's going to give him a good chance to cash. Like I said, with Harrison Smith out, that weakens, obviously, the Vikings on the back end there and dealing with the tight ends. So he's going to be straight up probably against linebackers. And I'm going to take Loveland to win those matchups for sure. And like I said, with the way that Ben Johnson is going to use Caleb Williams and use his offensive weapons, the tight ends are going to be involved. I can almost assure you he's going to find ways to get the tight ends the football. And that's going to be a nice safety blanket for Caleb Williams to get him comfortable, get him in rhythm so he can make those throws obviously on the outside. And I think Loveland's going to be a huge part of that, not only for this game but going forward. So, if we're able to take Loveland in the first couple games of the season, I'm looking to do that, honestly. If he cashes this for us and they don't move his lines too much next week, we'll probably take it again. Because I really think until they move his line up into the 40s, I think this is going to be some good value that you're going to be able to get here on Colston Loveland. I think the guy is a big-time talent. He was a first-round pick, 10th overall pick, for a reason. Obviously, you saw what he did at Michigan. And like I said, in a Ben Johnson offense, you guys saw what Laporta did. Laporta became a star tight end in the Ben Johnson offense. Expect that for Colston Loveland here as well. So, love it there, guys, for number 3 pick. We're going Colston Loveland over 28.5 receiving yards here for the Chicago Bears. minus 114 odds here on FanDuel. Alright guys, that is it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, as always, please hit the like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Do appreciate all of your guys' support as always. We're going to have a great day. We're speaking that into existence. We're going to have a great Monday night. We're going to close out the week well, and we're going to get ourselves ready for week 2. We'll have our week 2 spreads and totals video coming out at noon on Tuesday. So make sure you guys check that out. Super excited about that. We'll be running that, like I said, every week. It's a pretty big video. We cover every game, pick every total, and every spread. So keep that in mind. Tuesday at noon Eastern time here at the channel. So appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll check you guys all next time. Peace out.